Good evening. I am here on the Isle of Wight, having just filmed or spent a day filming on the Isle of Wight line. Not long ago, just behind me, something left this beach here, heading towards Portsmouth, where my hotel is for the evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. We're riding the world's only commercial hovercraft. The wind has really picked up. It's been such a lovely sunny day here on the island. Now I'm ready to go home. Oh goodness me, it is cold. Imagine if this were to sink tonight or something. What would I be in that sea? Goodness me. I'm probably going to get hypothermia. I might even get it before I get on board. I'm going the wrong way into the entrance. Here we go. Here we go, ride hoverboard. I'm excited.
Now, while a much needed hot chocolate is prepared, let's take a look at my earlier trip on the ferry so that we can compare the two. I was pleasantly surprised to see that after just 11 minutes since being on the platform at the station, we were already leaving the harbour. There was even a chance to see our competitor landing at Southsea Beach. There's me. Hey up. In what felt like no time at all, we were already on the approach to the island, which was a bit of a shame as I was quite enjoying the rocking of the boat. Finally, Ride Pierhead came into view, and it was time to start queuing to get ready to get off. It seems a lot of other people also wanted to test which was quicker. Strangely, the man in front decided to do so with 2 suitcases. I then saw a man who was clearly not liked by the local seagulls, judging from the back of his coat. A few moments later, after a short walk, I finally arrived on Ride Pierhead platform, and our benchmark was set. So here we go, this was it. I was able to sip on my hot chocolate and take in my surroundings before watching the majestic hovercraft arrive through the window. Walking out ready for departure, I saw 2 doors open at the front of the craft, the door on the left hosting a ramp on which produce could be loaded on and off for quick transport over to the mainland. It's fair to say I was buzzing, ready for takeoff. Now at this point I must pop a motion sickness warning up on the screen. The journey was very bumpy and that experience can certainly be seen during the next portion of this vlog. So if you do suffer from motion sickness, skip to the end for the results. If you are sticking around, then prepare to watch a grown man descend into madness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Hover Travel. We would like to take a few moments to draw your attention to the safety notice in front of you. Instructions on how to put on your life jacket are shown on the safety notice in 3 easy steps. Place the life jacket over your head. Pass the belt around your waist. In the unlikely event of an emergency, the captain will raise the alarm over the top. You will be instructed to don a life jacket and remain at the station. The crew will assess and activate the required emergency system. The crew will then provide further instructions.
This is very bumpy, very bumpy. Before the Isle of Wight Railway was bad, this is horrendously bumpy. No wonder they call it the vomit. This is very much like those sort of rides in theme parks where they sort of go up a tower and then they drop you. It's sort of that feeling. I mean, it makes me want to piss. Oh man, it's so bumpy, so bumpy. This is a great experience. I'd recommend this to anyone. It's fantastic.
You will see the Hovercraft stop just outside the terminal, and coaches, including National Express, can be found directly opposite. For more information, please speak to a member of our team. We would like to thank you for travelling with Hover Travel and wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
We exited from the front of the craft once again, this time down the ramp on the right. Walking past on the way out, I thought about how amazing it was that some black bits of cloth filled with air had just prevented 30 people from drowning in the sea. Now at this point I did get on the bus and try to explain my next steps, but you can barely hear me over the noise, so I'm going to talk over myself. The timed part of this race was platform to platform, the idea being that if you're travelling on the train to the island, which by the way I very much suggest that you do, we could find out conclusively which is quicker to get you across the sea. With that said, the aim was to stop my clock when the bus got back to Portsmouth Harbour Station, and then I was going to discuss the results back in the hotel. Nothing really of note happened on the journey back, other than passing perhaps the worst cafe I have ever seen in my life. I mean, seriously, vape and beans, what is Britain coming to?
Good morning, welcome to very, very sunny Portsmouth. Now, I was meant to wrap up yesterday at the hotel, but I just got too tired in the end. I just called the missus and then went to bed. But we do need to discuss the results of the Hovercraft versus Ferry sort of competition, if you like. Well, race more than a competition. I don't know why I said that. I was watching back some of the footage of myself on the Hovercraft yesterday, and I did really enjoy it. But obviously the times. Now, the bus took me back to Portsmouth Harbour Station, where I am now, so I was able to sort of stop my clock here. Now, as we saw earlier in the video, actually I will just have to check the times and then I can come back to you. Now, the ferry, that was from Portsmouth Harbour, and I timed it from the platform as if I was going straight onto the ferry. Likewise, I timed it from Ryde Esplanade as if I was getting straight onto the hovercraft. So I didn't include any sort of waiting time, although I did include waiting time at the other end for the bus in the hovercraft. But anyway, the time for the ferry, as we saw earlier, was 28:18.79, I believe. And then the time for the hovercraft was, we'll do it Jeremy Clarkson style, he did it in 22, so it wasn't really even close, 22 minutes 19 seconds point. So it was a good sort of 6 minutes quicker. Now, what do I recommend going on the hovercraft? I was a bit lucky with the hover bus, although I do think they sync it up. It's very clever of Portsmouth Council to do that. Would I recommend it? It's a tough one, really. There are pros and cons to both of them. I mean, the ferry, you can literally, it is literally a 5-second walk when you get off a train at Portsmouth Harbour down to the ferry port, and they sync up the ferries in time. So you only have a maximum of about 10 minutes unless they're running late. And that gets you straight over to the island pretty quickly, and then obviously you can walk straight onto a train at Ryde Pierhead. The hovercraft involves a bit more walking. You do have to go up some stairs over the tracks at Ryde Esplanade, and it can be a bit more of a wait. They don't sync it up really with the trains like they do with the ferries, but obviously I didn't include that waiting time in the video. I timed it from walking there as if I was getting to the hovercraft in time. So the hovercraft is a bit of a longer walk, and then obviously you have to get the bus at the other side. The other disadvantage is it is very bumpy. I was sort of on the bus on the way home starting to feel a little bit poorly, if I'm completely honest, just from all the bouncing about. It was really quite rough, and if you have just had a meal, I definitely recommend getting the ferry. Also, let's talk about the price. It's also a little bit more expensive. I think an adult single on the ferry's about £23, and on the hovercraft it was about 30. But it is worth bearing in mind that on the ferry, if you do have a rail card, you can get a rail card discount. If you do have a decent discount on your rail card, the hovercraft's actually a lot more expensive. So a longer walk, bumpier ride, makes you feel a little bit sick, and a lot more expensive to save 6 minutes. Is it worth it? I'm gonna have to say no, even though I did really enjoy my experience on it. I would recommend getting the boat. If you're going to the Isle of Wight, get the boat, get the ferry. So much easier from Portsmouth Harbour. And yeah, and do just get out and do it. Do get out and explore the Isle of Wight. And if you are coming, do it by train. Please do it by train. It is so much better. It's great riding on the island line. It's very cheap. Everyone's really friendly. And you'll do things that you might not have done had you brought the car over. I mean, I know that works both ways. You'll do some things if you have your car. But I would absolutely recommend getting the train down to Portsmouth. It's about £13 out of Waterloo. Jumping on the boat. If you have a decent discount on your rail card, then a return can be very cheap. Get on the island line, get out and explore, and while you're doing that, maybe drop a like on this video, give us a comment, and please do subscribe. I look forward to seeing you again very soon. My name's Ben Walker, and from Portsmouth, see you later.